Welcome to English Podcast for Beginners. I'm James.
And I'm Emma. We are so happy you are here today.
Today we have a special story for you. It is about my dad and his camera.
Yes, we talk about photography today. Do you know this word, photography?
Photography means taking photos. When you use a camera to make pictures, that is photography.
Great explanation, James. Today we learn English through this story. We learn simple words about photos, cameras, and memories.
Have you ever taken a photo? Maybe with your phone, maybe with a camera?
I take photos every day. I take photos of my food, my friends, my cat. Photos are everywhere in our lives.
Exactly. That is why this topic is perfect for you. We use photo words in English all the time. After this lesson, you can talk about your photos in English.
Let me tell you what we learned today. We learned 3 important things.
First, we learn words about cameras and photography. Words like photo, picture, camera, and hobby.
Second, we learn how to describe photos. You can say, this photo is beautiful, or this photo is bright.
Third, we learn how to talk about memories. Photos help us remember special moments.
If you ever feel nervous about talking about your photos in English, this lesson helps you.
I understand that feeling. Last week, a friend shows me his vacation photos. He asks me, "Do you like this picture?" I want to say something nice, but I do not know the right words.
That happens to many people. But today, after this lesson, you have the words. You can describe any photo.
We cover this in 4 simple parts. In part 1, we start with the beginning of the photography journey. In part 2, we talk about learning and practice. In part 3, we describe special photos. In part 4, we talk about sharing memories.
And right now, before we go to part 1, I want to teach you one word you can use today.
Yes, let's do our micro win. This is one quick lesson you can use immediately.
The word is capture. This is a photography word. Capture means to take or to catch.
When you take a photo, you capture a moment. You capture a memory. You capture a smile.
For example, I say, I captured this beautiful sunset with my phone.
Or I say, my dad captures amazing photos with his camera.
Think about the last photo you take. Maybe yesterday, maybe this morning. You capture that moment.
Notice how we use this word. We say capture a moment, capture a photo, or capture a memory. It sounds natural and clear.
You do not need to say this word out loud now. Just listen and notice. When you hear it again, you will recognize it.
Great! Now you know the word capture. This is your first photo word in English.
So, are you ready to learn more? In part 1, we go back to the beginning. How does someone start with photography?
We answer a big question. What makes someone fall in love with taking photos? Stay with us because this story might remind you of your own hobbies.
And remember, every photographer starts as a beginner, just like you start as a beginner in English. But with practice, you get better every day.
Welcome to part 1. Today, we talk about the beginning of my dad's photography journey.
Every hobby starts with one moment. One day, something happens and boom, you find a new passion.
Let me tell you my dad's story. My dad is not always a photographer. 20 years ago, he does not have a camera. He does not think about photos.
So what happens? What changes?
One day, my family goes on a trip. We visit a beautiful mountain. My dad wants to remember this place.
And that is when it starts, right?
Yes, my mom has a simple camera. She gives it to my dad. She says, Here, take a photo of the mountain.
I love this. One simple moment, one simple camera, and everything changes.
My dad takes that photo. Later, he looks at the photo. He feels something special. He thinks, I want to do this more.
This connects to all of us. Maybe you have a hobby too. Maybe you remember the first time you try it. That first moment is special.
Exactly. The beginning of a hobby is always exciting. Now, let me show you how to talk about this in English.
Great! Let's look at some example dialogues. Listen carefully.
Dialogue 1. Person A says, when do you start photography? Person B says, I start 10 years ago.
Dialogue 2. Person A says, what is your hobby? Person B says, my hobby is photography.
Dialogue 3. Person A says, why do you like photography? Person B says, I like it because photos keep memories.
Notice the pattern? When we talk about hobbies, we use simple questions and simple answers.
We say, what is your hobby? Not, what hobby do you have? Keep it simple and clear.
Here's one common mistake. Many learners say, my hobby is take photos. This is wrong.
Yes, do not say, my hobby is take photos. Say, my hobby is photography, or I like to take photos.
Remember, my hobby is photography is the correct way.
Now, Emma, let's practice with our listeners.
Yes, I want you to listen to these examples. Just listen and notice. Imagine the conversation in your head.
Example 1. You meet a new friend. She asks, what do you do for fun? You can say, I take photos. It is my hobby.
Example 2. Someone asks, when do you start? You can say, I start last year, or I start 5 years ago.
Example 3. Someone shows you their photos. You can say, these photos are beautiful. Do you like photography?
Now imagine this. You are at a party. Someone asks about your hobbies. You want to talk about photography. What do you say?
Think about it quietly. You do not need to speak out loud. Just imagine your answer in your head.
Maybe you say, I like photography. Maybe you say, I take photos on weekends. Both are correct.
The important thing is this. You learn by listening to examples. You see how we use these words. Then you remember them.
Let's make it a bit more challenging. Listen to this longer example. My hobby is photography. I start 3 years ago. I use my phone to take photos. I like to capture nature and people.
Did you hear all the photo words? Hobby, photography, take photos, capture, nature. These words work together.
If you feel confused, that is okay. Just keep listening. Examples help you understand.
Now, let's apply this to real life.
Imagine this situation. You are at a coffee shop. You see someone with a big camera. You want to start a conversation. What do you say?
You can say, nice camera. Do you like photography? This is friendly and simple.
Or you can say, I like to take photos too. What do you photograph?
This shows interest. Here is your key takeaway from part 1. When you talk about hobbies, use these simple sentences. My hobby is photography. I like to take photos. I start time ago.
You can do this. These sentences are easy to remember. You can use them today, tomorrow, anytime.
And one more thing. Every hobby starts with a first step. My dad's first step is taking one photo of a mountain. Your first step in English is learning one sentence.
You've got this. You already learned so much in part 1. Give yourself a pat on the back.
So, we just learned about the beginning. You now know how to say, my hobby is photography, and I start time ago.
These simple sentences are powerful. You can use them when you meet new people or when you talk about your interests.
Now, here is an exciting question. What happens after you start a new hobby? Do you stay at the same level forever?
No way. You practice, you learn, you get better. And that is exactly what we talk about in part 2.
In the next part, we see how my dad moves from beginner to better. We learn English words about practice and improvement.
Can you guess what word we use when someone gets better at something? Think about it for a moment.
This is going to be fun. Let's keep going. Your English gets better with every minute you listen.
Welcome to part 2. Now we talk about learning and practice.
Remember, my dad starts with one simple photo, but he does not stop there. He wants to get better.
This is so important. When you have a hobby, you want to improve. You want to learn more. You want to try new things.
Let me tell you what my dad does. After that first photo, he takes his camera everywhere. He goes to the park, the beach, the city. He takes many photos.
How many photos?
Hundreds, maybe thousands. He takes photos every day.
Wow, that is a lot of practice.
Yes, and here is the important lesson. Practice makes you better. This is true for photography. This is true for English. This is true for everything.
I totally agree. When I learn English, I practice every day. I read, I listen, I speak, and slowly I get better.
Exactly. Now let me teach you how to talk about practice and improvement in English.
Yes, let's look at the key words. First, the word practice. Practice means you do something many times to get better.
For example, I say, I practice English every day. Or, my dad practices photography on weekends.
Notice we say practice as a verb. You practice something.
Next word, improve. Improve means to get better, to become stronger or more skilled.
Example, my English improves every month. Or, his photos improve with practice.
Another useful word, try. Try means to do something new or to test something.
Example, I try new words when I speak. Or, my dad tries different camera settings.
One more word, learn. Learn means to get new knowledge or new skills.
Example, I learned 5 new words today. Or, he learns photography from books.
Now, let's see these words in dialogues. Listen carefully.
Dialogue 1. Person A says, do you practice photography often? Person B says, yes, I practice every weekend.
Dialogue 2. Person A says, does your English improve? Person B says, yes, I improve because I practice.
Dialogue 3. Person A says, what do you try now? Person B says, I try to take better photos at night.
Here is a common mistake. Some people say, I am improve. This is wrong.
Yes, do not say I am improve. The correct way is I improve or I am improving.
For simple present tense, just say, I improve. You improve. He improves.
Remember this rule. Now let's practice with some examples.
Emma, can you give us a longer example?
Sure, listen to this. Every weekend, I practice photography. I go to different places. I try new things. My photos improve. I feel happy when I learn something new.
Beautiful. Did you hear all the key words? Practice, try, improve, learn.
Now imagine this situation. You start a new hobby. Maybe you learn to cook. Maybe you learn to draw. Maybe you learn English.
Someone asks you, how do you get better? What do you say?
Think about your answer. Maybe you say, I practice every day. Maybe you say, I try new things. Maybe you say, I learn from videos.
All of these answers are correct. The important thing is you show that you work on your skill.
Let me give you a more challenging example. Listen. When I start photography, my photos are not good, but I practice a lot. I learn from other photographers. I try different styles. Now, my photos improve. People like my photos.
Wow, that is a complete story. It shows the journey from beginner to better.
And you know what? Your English journey is the same. At first, English is difficult, but you listen every day. You practice, you try, and you improve.
Now let's apply this to real life.
Imagine you talk to a friend. Your friend says, I want to learn English, but it is so hard. What do you tell your friend?
You can say, yes, it is hard at first, but if you practice every day, you improve.
Or you can say, I understand. I feel the same way, but I try my best and it gets easier.
These sentences show empathy and encouragement. They are useful in many conversations.
Here is your key takeaway from part 2. When you talk about getting better at something, use these words: practice, improve, try, and learn.
You can say, I practice every day. My skill improves. I try new things. I learn something new.
These are simple sentences, but they are so powerful. You can use them to talk about any skill or hobby.
Remember, my dad's photography improves because he practices. Your English improves because you listen and practice.
You are doing great. Every time you listen to this podcast, you practice your English. You improve without even realizing it.
Keep going. You have the right mindset. Practice makes progress.
Okay, so far we talk about the beginning and about practice. You learn words like improve, try, practice, and learn.
These words help you talk about any skill or hobby. You can use them today.
Now I have a question for you. When you take many photos, which ones do you keep? Which ones are your favorites?
That is a great question. Not all photos are the same. Some photos are special. Some photos are beautiful. Some photos make you feel something.
And in part 3, we learn how to describe photos in English. We learn words like beautiful, bright, clear, and more.
Have you ever looked at a photo and thought, wow, this is amazing, but you don't know how to say it in English?
After part 3, you will know exactly what to say. Let's go.
Welcome to part 3. This is where we learn to describe photos.
Yes, this is so useful. When you look at a photo, you want to say something. You want to express your feelings. You want to share your opinion.
Let me tell you about my dad's photos. After years of practice, he takes really beautiful photos. When people see his photos, they always say, wow, this is beautiful.
And that is the perfect word to start with, beautiful. This word means something looks very nice, very pleasing to the eye.
My dad has one favorite photo. It is a photo of a sunset. The sky is orange and pink. The colors are amazing. The photo is beautiful.
Can you imagine that photo? Close your eyes for a second and picture it. A sunset with orange and pink colors. Beautiful.
Now, let me teach you more words to describe photos.
First word, bright. Bright means full of light. The opposite is dark. Dark means not much light.
Example, this photo is bright. I can see everything clearly. Or, this photo is dark. I cannot see the details.
Next word, clear. Clear means you can see everything sharply. The opposite is blurry. Blurry means not clear, not sharp.
Example, this photo is clear. I can see every detail. Or, this photo is blurry. The camera moves when I take it.
Another important word, colorful. Colorful means having many colors, lots of color.
Example, this photo of flowers is colorful. I see red, yellow, blue, and purple.
One more word, favorite. Favorite means the one you like the most, your number one choice.
Example, this is my favorite photo. I love it more than all my other photos.
Great. Now let's see these words in dialogues.
Dialogue 1. Person A says, "What do you think of this photo?" Person B says, "It is beautiful. I love the colors."
Dialogue 2. Person A says, "Is this photo too dark?" Person B says, "Yes, it is a bit dark. Try a brighter setting."
Dialogue 3. Person A says, "Which photo is your favorite?" Person B says, "This one. It is clear and colorful."
Notice how we give opinions. We say what we think, what we like, what we see.
Here is a common mistake. Some people say, "This photo is very beauty." This is wrong.
Yes, do not say very beauty. The correct way is very beautiful. The word is beautiful, not beauty.
Remember, this photo is beautiful, or this photo is very beautiful.
Now, let's practice. Listen to these examples and notice the describing words.
Example 1. I look at my dad's photo. It is a photo of a mountain. The photo is clear. The sky is bright blue. The mountain is big and beautiful. This is my favorite photo in his collection.
Did you hear all the describing words? Clear, bright, blue, big, beautiful, favorite.
Excellent example. My friend shows me her vacation photos. One photo is very colorful. It has flowers, trees, and a rainbow. Another photo is dark. It is a photo at night. I like the colorful photo more.
Excellent example. Now imagine this. You look at photos on your phone. You have many photos. Some are bright, some are dark, some are clear, some are blurry. Which one is your favorite?
Think about it in your head. How do you describe that photo? Maybe you say, "My favorite photo is bright and colorful."
Or maybe you say, "I like this photo because it is clear and beautiful."
Both are perfect. You use simple words to express your opinion.
Let's make it a bit more challenging. Listen to this longer example.
My dad has hundreds of photos. Some photos are bright and colorful. Some photos are dark and mysterious. My favorite photo is a photo of a bird. The bird is small but clear. The background is blurry, so the bird stands out. The colors are natural. The photo is simple but beautiful. Every time I look at this photo, I feel calm.
Wow, that is a detailed description. Did you hear how we combined different words? Bright and colorful, dark and mysterious, clear but simple, beautiful and calm.
When you describe a photo, you can use many words together. This makes your description rich and interesting.
Now, let's apply this to real life.
Imagine you visit a friend. Your friend shows you a photo album. You look at the photos together. Your friend asks, "What do you think? What do you say?" You can say, "These photos are beautiful. This one is very bright. I like the colors."
Or you can say, "I love this clear photo. It is my favorite. The details are amazing.
You can also ask questions. Is this your favorite? Where do you take this beautiful photo? Why is this photo so dark?
These questions show interest. They keep the conversation going.
Here is your key takeaway from part 3. To describe photos, use these simple words: beautiful, bright, dark, clear, blurry, colorful, and favorite.
Practice using these words. When you look at photos, describe them in English. Talk to yourself. Say, "This photo is bright," or "This photo is my favorite."
The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Soon, you describe photos without thinking.
You are doing amazing. You now have a vocabulary for talking about photos. This is a real skill you can use every single day.
And remember, describing photos is not just about photography. You use these same words to describe art, nature, your home, anything you see.
You've got this. Let's keep the energy up and move to part 4.
Wow, we cover so much today. You now know how to describe photos with words like beautiful, bright, clear, and favorite.
These words are so useful. You can use them when you talk about photos, when you comment on social media, when you chat with friends.
Now, here is something interesting. Why do people take photos? Why do we keep photos?
That is a deep question. I think photos are special because they help us remember.
Exactly. Photos keep our memories alive. And in part 4, we talk about memories and sharing. We learn words like memory, remember, family, and share.
Think about your favorite photo. Maybe it's a photo with your family. Maybe it's a photo from a special day. That photo holds a memory, right?
In part 4, we bring everything together. We use all the words from part 1, 2, and 3, and we talk about the real meaning of photos. This is the final part, so let's finish strong.
Welcome to part 4, our final part. This is where we talk about why photos matter.
Yes, we talk about memories, family, and sharing. These are the most important things about photography.
Let me ask you, James, why does your dad take photos? Is it just a hobby? Is it just for fun?
That is a great question. At first, yes, it is just for fun. But over the years, it becomes more than that.
What do you mean?
My dad realizes that photos are not just pictures. Photos are memories. Each photo tells a story. Each photo captures a moment in time.
That is beautiful. So photography is really about keeping memories.
Exactly. My dad takes photos of our family, photos of birthdays, holidays, trips. Years later, we look at these photos and we remember everything.
This is so true. I have photos from my childhood. When I look at them, I remember how I feel, what I do, who I am with. Photos bring memories back.
Yes, and this is why we need to learn how to talk about memories in English.
Let's learn the key words. First word, memory. A memory is something you remember from the past.
Example, this photo brings back good memories. Or, I have many happy memories with my family.
Next word, remember. Remember means to keep something in your mind, to not forget.
Example, I remember this day. We go to the beach. Or, do you remember when we take this photo?
Another word, family. Family means your parents, your children, your brothers, sisters, and close relatives.
Example, this photo shows my whole family. Or, I love taking photos with my family.
And one more important word, share. Share means to give something to others, to show others, to let others enjoy something with you.
Example, I share my photos with my friends. Or, he shares his memories through photography.
Great. Now let's see how we use all these words together.
Listen to this dialogue. Person A says, "Why do you take so many photos?" Person B says, "Because photos keep my memories. I want to remember special moments with my family."
Another dialogue. Person A says, "Do you share your photos online?" Person B says, "Yes, I share them on social media. My friends and family like to see my photos."
One more dialogue. Person A says, "This photo is beautiful. What memory does it bring?" Person B says, "This photo reminds me of my grandmother. We take this photo together 10 years ago."
Do you see how we connect everything? We talk about photos, we describe them, and we explain the memories and feelings behind them.
Here is a common mistake. Some people say, "I memory my childhood." This is wrong.
Yes, do not say I memory. The correct word is I remember. Memory is a noun. Remember is a verb.
Say, "I remember my childhood," or "I have memories of my childhood."
Now, let's practice with some examples.
Listen to this story. My dad has a special photo album. It has photos from his whole life. There are photos of his parents, his friends, his travels. Every photo is a memory. He likes to share these photos with us. We sit together, look at the photos, and he tells us stories. These moments are precious.
Beautiful story. Did you hear the key words? Photo album, photos, memory, share, stories, precious. Now imagine this situation. You visit your parents. They show you old family photos. Photos of you as a child, photos of family celebrations.
What do you say? Maybe you say, "Wow, I remember this day. This is my 5th birthday."
Or maybe you say, "This photo brings back good memories. I am so happy in this photo."
You can also say, "Thank you for keeping these photos. They are very special to me."
These sentences show appreciation and emotion. They make the moment meaningful.
Now, let's put everything together from all 4 parts. Listen to this complete example.
My hobby is photography. I start 5 years ago. At first, my photos are not good, but I practice every day. I try different subjects. I learn from other photographers. My photos improve. Now I take clear and beautiful photos. My favorite photos are photos of my family. These photos capture special memories. I share my photos with friends and family. They like my photos. Photography is more than a hobby for me. It is a way to keep memories alive.
Wow, that is a perfect summary. Did you hear how we use vocabulary from Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4? Hobby, start, practice, try, learn, improve, clear, beautiful, favorite, family, memories, share.
This is what mastery looks like. When you combine all the words and sentences you learn, you can tell a complete story.
Now, let's apply this to your life.
Imagine you're at a gathering. Someone asks you about your hobbies. You want to talk about something you love. Maybe it is photography, maybe it is cooking, maybe it is reading.
You can use the same structure. My hobby is blank activity. I start blank ago. I practice blank. My blank blank is description. This hobby brings me blank feeling.
For example, my hobby is cooking. I start 2 years ago. I practice every weekend. My favorite dish is pasta. It is delicious and colorful. This hobby brings me joy.
See, the same pattern works for any hobby.
Here is your key takeaway from part 4. Photos are more than pictures. Photos keep memories. Use words like memory, remember, family, and share to talk about the meaning behind photos.
And remember, when you combine all the vocabulary from today, you can have complete conversations about hobbies, practice, descriptions, and memories.
You did it. You complete all 4 parts. You learned so many useful words today.
You should feel proud. This is real progress. You can now talk about photos, hobbies, and memories in English.
Every word you learn, every sentence you practice brings you closer to fluency. Keep going. You are on the right path.
And one final thought. My dad's photography journey teaches me something important. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you keep going. You keep practicing, you keep learning.
The same is true for your English journey. Today, you take one more step. Tomorrow, you take another. And soon, you look back and see how far you come.
You've got this. We believe in you.
Well, here we are at the end of our episode. What a journey!
Yes, today we learned so much together. We talk about my dad's photography journey, and we learn many useful English words and sentences.
Let me recap what you learned today. You learned how to talk about hobbies. You can say, my hobby is photography, or I like to take photos.
You learn how to talk about practice and improvement. You can say, I practice every day, or my skills improve.
You learn how to describe photos. You can say, this photo is beautiful, this photo is bright, or this is my favorite photo.
And you learn how to talk about memories. You can say, this photo brings back memories, or I remember this day.
All of these sentences are simple, but they are powerful. You can use them in real conversations right away.
Think about it. When you meet new people, when you look at photos with friends, when you post on social media, you now have the English words to express yourself.
You already have this skill. You do not need to wait. You can use these words today, tomorrow, this weekend.
And here is the best part. Learning English is exactly like learning photography. You start small, you practice, you improve, and one day you look back and realize how far you've come.
My dad starts with one photo. Now he has thousands of beautiful photos. You start with one English word. Soon you have hundreds of words, and you speak with confidence.
So keep listening, keep practicing. Every episode, every minute, every word brings you closer to your goal.
And we want to help you on this journey. If you enjoy this episode, please subscribe to our channel. When you subscribe, you get new lessons every week.
Why should you subscribe? Because we create lessons like this one. We use simple English, real stories, and practical examples. We make learning fun and easy.
Our next episode is about family dinner conversations. We teach you how to talk about food, how to ask questions at the table, and how to share stories with your family.
You do not want to miss it, so hit that subscribe button now. It helps us create more lessons for you.
And remember, English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. English is about connection, about sharing your thoughts, about expressing your feelings.
You already do this in your own language. Now you learn to do this in English, and you are doing great.
Look how much you learn in just 30 minutes. Imagine what you can do in a month, in a year, if you keep practicing every day.
We are so proud of you. Every listener who stays with us, who listens carefully, who tries to learn is a winner.
You are a winner. You invest your time in yourself. You make yourself better. That is amazing.
So, thank you for being here today. Thank you for learning with us. Thank you for being part of our community.
Good work today. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe to the channel and keep practicing your English every day.